Now the thing is, I did not come see this home until a day before we closed on the property. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Derek, aka Flippingahouse, and if you guys are new here, we talk real estate, financial literacy, and just how to get better. And today is no different. We're actually on site at one of our latest flips. This house was actually a hoarder home, so I felt like it would be a good time to break down everything that goes into flipping a hoarder home, from trash out to numbers to unexpected costs. So stick around, it's gonna be a good one. All right guys, so like I said, this house is a hoarder home. This was actually probably like a level 9 or 10. We're standing right now in the backyard, and as you guys can see, it's not the best looking, but I'm going to show you guys some video right here of what it looked like. Now when we bought the property, I was walking around back here. There was trash up to my head and it was just insane. So first thing, how we got this property, I bought it from a wholesaler as usual, and he hit me up. The numbers were really good. Now the thing is, I did not come see this home until a day before we closed on the property. And I always advise you guys look at properties before you close, because yes, I'm not gonna lie, there was some added costs as soon as I walked back here, because the wholesaler was very strategic about his picture choices, which I don't blame him. But actually seeing this in person, it was a little bit overwhelming. We've dealt with hoarder houses in the past, but this was definitely the worst one that we've ever done, and mainly because of this backyard. So when you're buying a hoarder home and you're going over numbers, I think the first thing that I want to point out is you need to look at the cost of the trash out. So for example, this whole backyard was filled, the whole house was filled, and just getting dumpsters alone, dumpsters ended up costing me over $6,000, and that's 11 dumpsters. The dumpster that's in the front is actually full, so we'll be moving on to number 12. So it's just crazy. So like $6,000 on dumpsters, that was an extra cost. I always put in like 3 to 5 on trash out and demo. So $6,000 alone in the dumpster. Then it cost another $5,000 just to get them in to tear down the buildings, remove all the trash. And there's still, I mean, as you guys can see, we have trash over here on the ground. We have old for sale signs. There's wires coming out of the ground. So back here, we're gonna do another walk through cleanup, basically do a lot of raking, and then we'll either hydro seed this backyard or we'll just lay down a lot of sod. I think sod is gonna be a lot more expensive. So we'll probably just hydro seed back here. It'll probably save us a couple thousand, but these are extra costs, right? Because I didn't think that we weren't gonna have a grass backyard. So these are just things that are adding up, as you guys can see, before we even get started on the house. But let's go inside and talk about some of the things that we're doing in there as well. All right guys, so now we're in the kitchen, and the first thing that I want to point out, probably the obvious, is we don't have any bottom cabinets. So as you guys know, when we do flip projects, we typically try to save the cabinets. Now the reason being is these old hardwood cabinets are actually pretty strong, and as long as there's no like water damage or anything to really mess them up, they'll last. And they're built a lot better than today's, prefab cabinets, just because they use cheap material. So that's just something to think about to save on cost. But we're gonna have lower cabinets built and put in. As you guys can see, we've already had PEX plumbing put throughout. The PEX was an extra cost, but it only cost us around $3,000 to get an entire house repiped. That's just, for us in Houston. But my plumber does a lot of business for us. And then, like I said, we're gonna have brand new cabinets built to match these. It's gonna be a little bit cheaper than doing prefab, and it'll actually match. And then, as you guys know, we'll do quartz countertops throughout, and then stainless steel appliances. Now I'd say that we're a good 50% done with this project. As you guys can see, we still have to get floors done, but with this tile, we're actually not gonna be tearing it up. We're gonna be laying vinyl, glue down vinyl on top, and it'll come out really nice. As you guys can see, we've switched our paint colors. We're really trying to get away from the grays. As someone who's flipped a lot of houses, I really hate all the gray colors, gray walls, gray floors. So we're doing alabaster, which is kind of like an off-white color. And then we like to do, beautiful black accents like we have with the fireplace. And then we'll do black fixtures throughout. As you see, we have black fans here. And then I'll have some nice light fixtures and door handles put throughout the home as well. But I need you guys to understand, going back to the hoarder part, we talked about the outside and how bad it was, but the inside was just as bad. So to give you guys an idea, there was so much stuff in the attic that we spent 5 dumpsters alone just cleaning out the attic. We had a possum infestation, and then as you guys can look at the floor, you see there's dust probably all over the floor. So this is a product that we actually put down because we had a terrible flea infestation. And I think this is a good time to point out to you guys how you can handle these type of situations, because fleas, hoarders, like these things kind of all go together because these people live a certain type of lifestyle. So to get rid of the fleas, number one, we bombed it. You can go to Home Depot, you can get the foggers. It usually comes in packs of 4 or 8, and then we let those off throughout the house. We let them off in the attic. We had to do that about 3 times. Now you can also pay a pest control company to do this, but it's gonna be a lot cheaper to do it yourself, and it's fairly easy. You literally rip the tag, shake it, throw it like a grenade, and then the dust that's on the floor, and we did it in the backyard, because with fleas, they really do a lot better outside. So what we had to do was we put down this product. I'll show you guys right here. You can get it on Amazon. It's called Dichotomous Earth. And what it does is it kills like fleas, roaches, and everything. It's even a product you can use in your house just for everyday use. But when you have a flea infestation as bad as we did, like you couldn't even walk around this home without they would just start running up your leg and covering. So that's why, you know, it took us a good 3 to 4 weeks just to get this home cleaned out, prepped, and ready to go. Now it's important to think about that because that's an extra month of holding costs that we have on this property. Now the thing is, where we're at in the market cycle, a lot of homes that we are selling are FHA buyers, and FHA has this 90-day rule, meaning that you have to own the property for 90 days before you can sell it. Now before, we would be really fast about flipping our homes, but right now we're kind of at a standstill. We took like a week or 2 off to focus on some other properties, and like I said, we've already ate a month in holding costs. So by the time we go to finish, we should be close to that 3-month mark, and as soon as we list it, it should sell. So to give you guys an idea of like what this home is worth, we picked up this home for $140,000, and we plan on selling it for $260,000 to $270,000. So like I said, it's a 4-bedroom. This is the master bedroom, and then we have the bathroom there. The lighting is terrible, so you guys can barely see it. But we do have the showers tiled up. So really the main work, like I said, left is doing the floors, the fixtures, and then we're gonna get the roof cleaned off. Like you guys know, we like to power wash the roofs if we can. A lot of times if they're too old, we'll go ahead and get them replaced. I do have a bid. We'll see how the numbers fall though, because like I said, I had some extra cost of around $8,000 to $10,000 that I wasn't expecting. But you know, this is just part of flipping. This is why I'm sharing it with you guys. And then, so we have the front side of the house. We have a bedroom here. We have another full bath, and then 2 more bedrooms back here that are pretty decent sized. Like I said, we're gonna be doing carpet in the bedroom. So we're actually gonna be tearing up this tile just so all the floors are level and the same height. It just makes everything easier. And so I talked to you guys about purchase price, which is, like I said, was $140,000. Realistically, we'll probably list around $260,000 to $265,000. If there's some new comps, we'll maybe hit that $270,000 because we are a 4-bedroom. The main thing though is the repair cost, right? So initially when I bought this home, I thought that the repairs were gonna be around $40,000. Like I told you guys, we're gonna be going over, which is gonna be around $50,000. And then with the extra holding cost of cleaning it out and everything, that's another month. So these are just things to think about that really add up with the property. So, you know, think about all the problems that I've mentioned so far. We have the hoarder, which is all the trash. We have extra landscaping costs because of the hoarder. And then we had a flea infestation. And then luckily the trash out guys took care of the possums. They're a little bit more grittier than I am. But you know, that's an extra extermination cost that could have cost, you know, upwards of $1,000. So when you're flipping homes, just be aware of all these little things that can come up throughout the journey. And every house is going to be different. Like I said, we have this hoarder house. In the last video, you guys saw a flooded home. I've talked about fire damaged properties. So I just want to give you guys a wide variety of the problems that are going to come with each individual property and each individual problem. And some of them we can get ahead of, some of them you really can't find until you get in the house and really start tearing down walls. But yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. And if you're not already, make sure you're following me on Instagram and TikTok. Until next time, peace.